Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is your weekend tarot reading for Saturday the 9th and Sunday the 10th June 2018. Valley Bobbolina joins us. She's washing. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, TMI. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. We'll come back to you, Val. We'll come back to you when you've taken care of business. Right, okay, this is for the weekend. Thank you for your responses as well to the pick a card reading. Yeah, really good response to that. I really enjoyed doing it. So there will be more. There will be more. Or as T.S. Eliot says, there will be time, there will be time. There will be more pick a card tarot readings. Can't see T.S. Eliot saying that, but hey, you know. Whatevs. Right, we are using today the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, which it's one of those decks. It's a fantastic deck, but I use it when I have a hunch to use it. It's really weird. It's not a go-to. It's not an everyday. But now and again, if I'm doing a private reading for somebody, I'll think you are a wild unknown person. Or like today, I just think it needs to be a wild unknown reading. It's a bit different to other tarot decks, not just in the way it looks, but in the way it reads. And I really like it. Normally use it more towards winter because it looks like a wintry deck. Oh, that one. And today I am back in a jumper. This is British summertime, people. That one and that one. Let's have a looky-see. And that one. Oh. This energy is so stubborn and has been knocking around for so long. Okay. Major Arcana, the Lovers in Reverse. Absolutely gorgeous card, isn't it? What a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Look at that. Now, in the reverse, the Lovers used to be called the Choice. It's not as simple as, oh well, there'll be something you need to choose, you know, it's this or it's that. Because as we learnt when I did ethics at university, one of the most important things that came up when we were talking about Kant, okay, important to pronounce him right. And one of the things that came up is that we rarely have much trouble choosing between a good thing and a bad thing, you know, a good thing and a bad thing. We may wish to do the bad thing, usually we do, we're human, but we kind of know what we're doing. We kind of know that we're dropping our level to take the naughty choice or whatever it is. The trouble with ethics or choosing or choices or sacrifice comes when you're choosing between a good thing and a good thing. Both avenues are ethical, both avenues seem right, both have their merits. You know, neither are obviously one or another. And probably it's at these moments that we are tested most in our human. Because what have we got to go on in that case? Probably experience and intuition. Experience, I'm encompassing logic, rationality, you know, the central processing unit of our brain, the computer side of us will think, I've been in this scenario before and I did X, Y, Z, or I've had a similar scenario, X, Y, Z. And then the intuition side of us does that weird thing that our intuition does, which is just give you stomachache if you go one way or the other, or make you feel like you're putting brakes on, you know. Intuition is experienced in a very personal way. With this Lovers card in reverse, there's a sense of stillness about something. That's the way I would put it. Right next to it, this rather gorgeous Four of Swords. And in some sense, as we can see from this, there is a peace in the stillness. There is a peace in not being hurried to make a choice, or there is a peace in realising that perhaps there isn't a choice, but in quite a soft way. Next to it, we also have the Page of Wands, or the Son of Wands. This is a message again about not being able to be yang and not being able to leap on your horse and to make stuff happen because you want to make it happen, which is a very human instinct to want to make something happen. And then we also have the King of Wands, or the Father of Wands in this. So we've gone from son to father. There's a certain maturity in that. You have those feelings, you have those desires, but you've come to a mature point where you can sit with it. Now, this also might involve for you a fire sign person in your life, a Leo, Aries or a Sagittarius, or you may be a fire sign person. It's asking you, regardless of star sign, to come to retain your passion, but at the same time, you may not be able to do much with it just yet. Now, we also have the Five of Cups. This has come up quite a lot. It's a rather nice rendition of the Five of Cups. And again, there is a certain sadness, but there's a stillness and a peace about it. For some of you, this is something you accept probably can't change at the moment. And for some of you, you accept that you don't know enough to do anything about it just yet, even though you feel passionately about it and emotional as well. Now, our old friend, the Eight of Wands, is in reverse. Eight of Wands is movement in dynamism. So it's about communication. It's about things literally happening. It's about things shifting. And when it's in reverse, they have a hard time doing that. How you doing, Belle? Well, she's good. We've moved on to pause. There we go. We've moved on to pause. We're safe. So this energy, again, it feels... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a few Chuck Spezzano love cards for those of you that are in, I would probably say, relationship woes, if this is the case. I'm going to draw put those there. Yeah, we get disillusionment. This is about not really knowing who or where someone is at, okay? This is someone who thought this person was a knight in shining armour, literally in the painting. Turns out to be a skinny dude in board shorts behind, okay? Not always a bad thing, but sometimes you need to take your time to settle those kind of feelings of disillusionment. We also get the card of using. And this is the feeling that you've been used, or of course it could be you using someone else, or that maybe, I think more the feeling I'm getting for this is you feel like you've been taken for a ride with that disillusionment card. And then we get play. And this is the card that says if you have an issue with this, with communication, you may get more out of going on a fun date or outing or whatever it is than you would with trying to really, like we say, with this Eight of Wands in reverse, communication and choices are not going to be high, okay? So it may be better just to have a nice time and leave it, because you can always talk another time. You know, we come sometimes in these situations to a sense of urgency with that that Page of Wands in reverse. Sense of urgency that we must fix it now, we must fix it now. Not with this energy. Remember, we got that full moon in Capricorn at the end of the month, and I feel like that will serve a lot of people with answers. Let's have Heart of My Bottom Fairy Oracle. Brian and Wendy Frood, one of my favourite decks. Who are you? Are you? Oh, people. Okay. Wow. It's Billy Idol. What wedding? Prince of Shadows. Yes. When I get the Prince of Shadows, if it's in a private reading for somebody, this person is slightly your kryptonite. You need to be careful with it, okay? This is someone who yanks your chain, or your communication style with this person is not good. Usually because they don't communicate very much, not so much because you don't. But the more they don't communicate, the more your desire is to go after them. And this can go for relatives, friends, you know, employees, bosses, anybody. Then we have the crone. And this is a pearl of wisdom, okay? And the wisdom is this. The wisdom, yet again, is in not rushing after this. If it's a job, don't rush after it. If it's a person, don't chase after them. If it's something you need to know, it will come. Don't pursue it with questions, okay? That will just push it further away. And then we get the Lady of the Forest. Now, I like this. She's just blending in, okay? And the way that she's blending in shows that she understands that there is a time for mulching. What a great word. There's a time for mulching where all the leaves and everything, they kind of... That's my mulching line. They mulch together, they rot down, they make compost. There are so many systems at work which aren't prescribed in forests and in nature. And there are systems in life and there are systems in love. Yes, that card's come up a lot. And it's time to join the forest and blend in, okay? Peace. In other words, accept and be peaceful with where this is at. And then we get exchanging gifts. And this is a reminder that there may or there may not come an answer, but you will only feel happy when there is initiative on both sides. When communication is initiated on both sides, not just on your side. Healing with the Angels Oracle card, we get forgiveness. I would say that forgiveness is forming. A bit like a time release vitamin pill, you know? It's in the ether, it's in this reading, it has its roots in this reading. The more still you are, and the more you feel the feelings of the situation, the more you accept what's going on, the more genuine forgiveness will be in the picture. And also forgiveness has got something to do with that. Reciprocity, equality. I would like to say forgiveness needs to be on both sides, but sometimes it starts with one. It starts with you. Because forgiveness is not conditional. It's not, I forgive you if you forgive me. That's how we would like forgiveness to be, and it would be great if that was the case. But of course it isn't. It's taking the brave decision to forgive the situation, to forgive life, to forgive yourself, or to forgive another. Entirely in your own remit of power, without any attachment to the outcome. That is an interesting reading. Leave me a comment. I'm tired today. Leave me a comment, okay? Let me know how it resonates. Do check out that pick a reading as well of how do they feel about you. If this has resonated, you might like that a lot. That's up on the channel. Check out your June 2018 readings. And if you want a private reading, you can book in the description box. Okay. Namaste.